Dear students at Salama College for Science and Technology, welcome in the lecture 7, which will be about mobile applications programming language part 4. As you know, in part 1, we learn or explain for you Android Studio with Java JDK and Java SDK, and in part 2, we explain for you using of C++ in mobile application, and in part 3 we explain for you using of Xamarin with C# in mobile application. In today's lecture will be using of Polota in mobile applications, and in the next lecture will be using of Python in mobile application. Before we start, I want to say in the next day of Ramadan, I will say Ramadan Mubarak for you. I ask our God to accept our works and prayers, and we hope that next Ramadan Sudan will be covered by peace. Lecture objectives, Flutter overview, that programming language, why we using Flutter in mobile applications, advantages of Flutter in mobile applications, disadvantages of Flutter mobile application, Flutter mobile application installing. This is the symbol of Flutter, and in the right side the symbol of mobile. Flutter overview. The first version of Flutter was announced in the year 2015. It was initially known as codename Sky and can run on the Android Studio operating system. At that time, this version of Flutter, it will be run on Android only. On 2018, the first version of the Flutter framework was released. That means Flutter is not a computer programming language. It is a framework like Xamarin, as we explained in the last lecture, in lecture 6, when we explained Xamarin, and we say that Xamarin is a framework, and you can construct your application by using C# programming language or other programming language like Java JDK. On 2019, Flutter version 1.9.0 was appeared. Here is the Dart programming language. Flutter SDK software development kit is based on the Dart programming language, also developed by Google. That means Flutter is developed by Google company, and also Dart programming language is developed by Google company, and this is the only one programming language you can write the application by it. In another words, when we intend to design a Flutter application under the umbrella of Flutter, you can use only one language, which is that programming language. In addition, intent is to supplant classic JavaScript. Google intend to exchange that programming language by JavaScript, because all two languages are web development language. On a server, that programs can be run directly, while in the browser they are converted in JavaScript or Java or C#. We will run application in both emulator and in the browser to see the conversation how can be done. Flutter is a portable user interface. That is mean it used in the devices, in the portable devices like mobile, like medical devices, like weather and ecosystem devices, building native like application across mobile, web and desktop. That is mean the application designed under the Flutter can be run or can be executed in mobile. When we said mobile, we mean Android and iOS operating systems, also in web or personal computer. It uses a programming language that and incorporated material design as Cupertino widgets. I will explain for you the widgets in the next slides, but as I said, it depends on that programming language. It is very open source. That is mean anyone can add or update this language. Initially, it was developed by Google. As I said, it is developed from Google. Also, Flutter developed by Google, and that programming developed by Google. Flutter application use that programming language for creating an application. Here is the form of simple application that for GPA prediction in Salama College for Science and Technology. We can see this application practically here. Where is visual? This is the emulator, and this emulator can be Windows or Google Chrome. If you open here, you can see Windows. That is mean Windows. You can run this application in Windows, or at the same time you can run it in different emulator. You can run in iOS emulator. This is an Android emulator, which is Android operating system. But you can run it in iOS operator. That is mean it can work on the devices like iPhone or Apple devices. Return to our lecture. Also, that shares several same features so other languages such as Kotlin and Swift, and can be trans-compiled into JavaScript code. That is mean the Flutter or that programming can be shared with other Java programming language like Java Kotlin and Swift, and all of these are mobile applications, mobile application language. Flutter can run on both Android, as I said in the previous slide, or and iOS platforms. We can also use it to build full features application including camera, storage, geolocation, that is mean geographical location, or map mobile application and networks. This is other features of Flutter. We can explain this by more details by opening the pen. Here, let us select the brushes. Here, first feature is the widget. Widget is a collection of things that include different things like image, like text, like button, like edit text, and so on. Minimal code. If we return to our application, which is written by that programming, we see that the code is not big. Return to our code. Here is the code. If we see here the code, The code is not, it is only from 2 or 3 only lines. For example, here the code of the give us the properties of the text in the upper of the application here GPA. In the comparison with other computer programming language like Java JDK, in Android Studio we have 2 files. One file for design, which is called XML file, and other file which is called Java activity file for the code. In each interface we have 2 files, XML file and Java file. This is instead, or while in Dart we have only one file include the design and the code, all the code and design in only one file. The second property or the third property is accessible native features and SDKs. That is mean the application written by Flutter can be run in C++, which is specified for NDK, Native Development Kit, and SDK, which is used Java JDK, Software Development Kit, which is used by Android. The fourth feature is a hot reload. That is mean when you work in the application, for example here in Dart programming, there is no need to reload the application. For example, if you make a changes in the application, let us to here, for example, I want to change the background from the blue color to the green color. There is no need to reload the application again. This is called hot reload, and it has a symbol here. Let us first change the background to the green, and only click on Control S. It will change automatically here. The changes done automatically or by pressing Control S without reloading the application. For example, in Android Studio, you must to reload the application again. Let us return to our features. We say that hot reload, that is mean no need to reload the application again. Cross-platform, it can apply, or you can run this application on different platforms like Android, like Windows, like iOS, and so on. Open source, that is mean anyone can update the source of the Flutter or the source of open source language like Android also is open source language, like also that programming language, it is an open source. Advantages of using Flutter in mobile applications: reusability. Here, reusability is not the same concept in software engineering. In software engineering, we use the concept of reusability to include or to add the existing code in a new application. Here, the same code or code base called code base can be run on mobile Android or in iOS, even in web or in desktop, without rebuild a new code or a new application. Previously, the companies recruit two designers, one for iOS and another for Android, to build the same application. By Flutter, the same application, by the same code, you can run on iOS, or you can run on Windows, or you can run on mobile, as we said in our application here. Run on mobile, at the same time run on Windows or on Google Chrome. Efficiently of widgets, as I said, widgets is a different thing. If we return to our application, our code, here is the use of widget. Here is the use of how to build widget. Widget here include text. In the button include image. This, it is to put text and image in the same XML project. It is difficult. How we can put in the same file, which includes the code and the design at one time. Return to our slides. As I said, widgets are absolute delight when it comes to creating a great visual for your application. That is mean the visual, it is very accurate. For example, if we return to our emulator here, we can see the engineering of components. For example, the distance here, it is equal, the distance in the right side, it is equal to the distance in the left side. The distance in the upper side, it is equal to the distance in the bottom side. The image, it is very clear. The vision is very nice, or the visual is very nice and very beautiful. That is mean this property is suitable for the designer who study software engineering. Return to our PowerPoint. Also rich with libraries, for example, Skia graphic library, which is fast and mature open source graphics. This is help in using graphics or images. It redraws the user interface very time a view changes. That is mean you will not need more changes to, or the changes in the graphic will not affect the application. Fast testing with hot reload. We explain for you the hot reload before some minutes, and I said that no need to reload and quickly. For example, again I change the background again for any color. For example, for blue again, you colors, sorry, dot blue, and then Control S. You can see the quick changes. This is the one of the properties of the Flutter. That is mean the changes will not affect the application, and the changes will be done quickly, will be done fastly. With Flutter, there is no need to reload, as we say in the application, to see every single change you make in the code. You can easily make changes in your application in real time. We mean by real time the time when you run. Here is the real time, and easily you can make any changes in your application. The disadvantages of Flutter: large file size because of the widgets. As I said, widgets include different things because that the file will be big, complex updating. That is mean you need to include the new things or the updating features, limited set of tools and libraries, comparison, for example, with Android Studio and Java SDK, which include tens or hundreds of SDK libraries. Installing, there is a collection of software that you must install to run Flutter mobile application. First, you must install Git software, Android Studio, and Flutter SDK, and Java JDK, Java Development Kit, and Java Software Development Kit, and Java Environment, Run Environment, and Visual Studio Code. All these components, all this software must be installed, and all of them you can download from the internet. I intend to install for you this software from the scratch, but according to the size of the file, and some students say that the big file will not be downloaded from the Moodle because that I left for you the installing. But if you face any problem, you can contact me through my email or through the Moodle Moodle website, in the college Moodle website. Here, after you install, if the installing is correct, you will get this emulator, and this is it refers to your installing is done correctly. You can click on plus sign to increase the counter here. This is the image of our this is updated image of our application, as you know, as you see here. This is a practical, not image. But this is include Arabic language. That is mean in Flutter you can, in Flutter application, you can include many language or more than one language. Thank you very much.